The female hostage mentioned on the news just now. One moment. That must have been you, which means you killed Najima with your own curse stone. Ah, well, you said you'd give me free fruit, so I came to take you up on that offer. What are you planning? Me? Well, obviously, I'm onto my last resort. So, you're a curse bearer with a curse stone too, right? Are you surprised? Yes, I have a curse stone of my own. It's the Taiko of Tsugaru. Then why you go after other people's curse stones? Because killing people is bad, you know? Don't you think so too? You're right, it's wrong to kill people for the sake of resurrection. Right? And it's not even one for one, so it's hardly a fair exchange. Either way, that's why I wanted to only use soul tracks gathered by others, but that didn't work out in the end. No one had the backbone to use their curse. The world's gone soft. With no one mercilessly using their curse in pursuit of their own goals, I had to take matters into my own hands. I heard Nomigaki, that young man you were with, used his curse stone too. Huh? How do you know that? Creepy much. Are you stalking me? I may have heard it from a detective I know. Ah, there it is. Cops. Betcha know a bunch. I know your type. People who both just cause the know a couple of cops. But the police is filled with nothing but scum. My, you seem to hold quite a grudge against the force. Speaking of, this guy's really creeping me out. What the deal with him anyway? You gonna explain? Even the way he moves is all weird and exaggerated. Right, right. I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm. No, no, thank you. Let me introduce myself. It's hard to talk as strangers. Is it? And are you okay telling me who you are? Well, I won't stop you. Do as you please. Well, I am Harue Shigima, and this is my house. My father and husband are both with the police. Is that so? Then you know that cops are just the worst people, right? Well, there are certainly many who are cold, especially with their own family. In a police family, one is always expected to just grin and bear it no matter what happens. God, I know, right? What a relief you understand. I think we might get along. Oh, well, I'm glad then. And I'm Risha Kai, private investigator. Oh, did I ask? You're an investigator? So your job is to sneak around and follow people to pry into their secrets, right? Oh, is that why you keep propping with all these questions? Oh? Guess there's not much I can do to change that terrible impression you got of me. Hey lady, why are you working with this dude? I asked him to look into something for me. Really? It's just that he keeps looking this way. So, what we're talking about again? Alright, Yutaro Namigaki, he's no good, honestly. He was such a wuss. I had to spur him on so many times for him to even use his curse, and even then he was pissing his pants. And just when I take my eyes off him, he hands over his curse stone to someone. Honestly, he's a disappointment. So that's what happened. Which is why I figured I had to do it myself if I wanted it done right, you know? That's what my last resort is, collecting soul tracks on my own. Well then, how should I proceed? Is this what it's like to be rushing to one's doom? Isn't your father a police officer as well? That man is not my father, not in a name or deed. Sounds like there's some bad blood there. I've already legacy cut all ties. He even had the nerve to act all high and mighty today and still refuse to help me. You met him today? Yes, today. Remember that Chief Tsutsumi who was chasing Nechima? Well, that's him, my dad. What? You're his daughter? Former daughter. I've cut ties. He's never acted like a father, so he doesn't deserve the title. Hmm. You know, I heard something about that Nishima guy. Apparently, he wanted to get revenge on Chief Inspector Tsutsumi for his arrest by going after his daughter. Wait, really? And I heard the police had been searching non-stop to take you into protective custody. So that explains why the police were stalking out your place too. Man, how could I have known that? They came in such intimidating numbers. Wait, huh? Hold on a minute. Doesn't that mean that Nijima was specifically after my life today? That sounds about right. It's a good thing you got out get that? Keine Ahnung. Oh god. I'll rather manage to turn the tables on him. Oh, that means legally speaking, it was self-defense. But that truly was quite frightening. To think I'd have to go through this just for being related to a cop. It's a disgrace. It truly is. To cause their own child such trouble. I'm sorry. It's okay. You're not the one that needs to apologize, lady. Oh, I'm sorry. It just reminded me of what happened to my son. Your son? What happened? My child was also kidnapped and murdered in order to enact revenge against the police, you see. Wait, what? How awful. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Now that you say it, I do remember hearing about an incident like that last year. That must be your son, huh? My condolences. So, when you were taken hostage by Nijima, you used the curse stone in the gardens and swiftly made your getaway? Well, yeah, I didn't really have time to think on it. At the time, I only thought of how to get out of there. Then, what about now? Would you use it again, your curse stone? Well, the curse stone doesn't respond during the day, but it's evening now. So I tried using the curse just now and yup, it seems I activated it. What? You're using it now? It might still be a little weak, I guess it's not supposed to be used repeatedly, but I think I could get it to work once more. Oh, that's so. Sure is. So I give you a final warning. It's already started to be careful. Hmm? It started? What started? The curse, of course. All that left is for the conditions to be fulfilled. She activated her curse. The curse stones can be used already. I let my guard down. Didn't think it could be used this early in the evening. Ma'am, please calm down. What should I do? Should I keep her talking? Bo bo bo. No, instead of talking about that, how about we talk about why you are so shaken? As I thought you have a curse stone too. You are a curse bearer, aren't you, lady? Yes, I am. I'm sure you've already noticed. Well, yeah, around last night. It was a little too obvious. Judging by your address, I'm guessing you've got the haunting clappers? Yes, that's right. There's a lot of soul tracks on the table for killing a cursed spirit, you know? I'm well aware. Did you get soul tracks when you killed Nijima? Of course! His custom already contains some soul tracks as well. I think killing one more cursed spirit will be enough for the ride. You can combine soul tracks across several stones. Correct! All it needs is a prerequisite amount. As long as you've got that, it doesn't seem to matter where you got them from. I see. Then you won't mind if I took them, right? My lady. You're quite motivated, aren't you? Ma'am? Ihr, ach, ich hätte es lesen sollen. Aber ich wollte jetzt erstmal das machen. Ma'am, please, think this through. Ah! Ahaha! Ich habe dann wohl mal jemanden verbrannt. Ma'am, why? It was the only way. Richter. Could we settle any outstanding tabs now? Yeah, sure. Some days later. Amamori, you got a moment. Of course, what is it, Mr. Richter? I was just curious. Have you heard of the legend of the mother who prayed on the Sumida River and resurrected her dead child? What are you on about? The mother searched desperately for her abducted child that she lost her mind. Her son was found dead in Sumida River, so she then built a mound and continued to pray there until her son somehow emerged from the mound back from the dead, or so the legend goes. I heard it's being adapted into a no play too. Interesting, and? Well, it just had me thinking that legends really do exist. Sorry to ask again, but what are you on about? Ah, okay. Das scheint wohl dann Harues Ende gewesen zu sein. Dann habe ich jetzt das Ende von dem A-Loch. Also, never mind. It is what it is. Welcome to my office. I might be small and dirty, but welcome. Come on, Ernestine. Say hello. That's it. Good girl. Oh, that boy over there? That must be... Hey kid, I'm a private investigator. I worked with your mother not too long ago. What's that? You want to be an investigator when you grow up too? That's great. It's so much better than becoming a police officer. Fine. Hey, Amamori, don't you tell the kid to give up on his dreams. I think it's a great idea. Why don't you bring us all some tea instead? Ahem, pardon me. Let's start over. What brings you to my humble office today? Ending 3. Harues Legacy. Okay, dann machen wir gleich auch das 4. Ende. Dann müssen wir nochmal hier rein. Bei Last Resort. Resume. Wir machen jetzt das 4. Ende. Start after Harue admits to begin. Ich muss mal gucken, was ich da genau machen muss. Make sure you choose the... Okay, admits to being a curse bearer. Ja, genau. Wir müssen, genau, Tobacco. Wir müssen da jetzt einfach nur Tobacco erwähnen. Do you smoke? Huh? Well, a little. Wir dürfen halt unseren Curse Stone nicht benutzen. Feel free to smoke if you want to, please. I'm okay, I don't see any ashtrays out on display either. Does no one smoke in this family? A little raw, isn't it? Nobody in the family does. Then why did you ask me if I did all of a sudden? Well, But this time during a conversation with her, make sure you choose the tobacco option. Attempt to use your curse after mentioning the tobacco and it will fail and instead Ayami will kill you. Oh, Kacke. Kann ich das nochmal machen? Ja. Ah. Did you try to use your curse? Just now? It seems I didn't meet your curse's conditions. I wonder if it was smart to secretly toss the lighter I was carrying earlier. When did... You made a mistake when you decided to ask me about smoking. If a source of fire is a condition for your stone, then you won't see me falling for it now. You wasted your chance with all this chatter. All you needed to do was activate your curse first. I brought everything Nejima had on him, including the lighter he was holding. But it's over now. Yes, I consider... Okay, aber da steht da, attempt to use your curse after mentioning the way and did fail. And instead, Akiyami will kill you. Okay, aber sie... Your father, the chief inspector, I met him not too long ago. Oh, really? Kann ich es jetzt nochmal versuchen? Ah, ja. It's pointless, I'm telling you. Okay. Okay, sie tötet mich aber nicht. Was soll das? Okay, dann machen wir einfach hier. Alright. With your cards on the table, you're out of options. It might be possible for Mr. Investigator there to pin me down by force, but he's not going to do that, is he? Correct, I won't take that risk, not while your curse's conditions are unknown. Forward. I came to kill you and acquired your soul tracks, but after hearing you out, I got a question for you. Why don't you just give up on the right of resurrection? You said it was your son, right? The one who want to bring back. But haven't you done enough? I'm sure your son is content knowing you cared for him this much. I'm truly willing to die to resurrect Hokusai, but you can't say the same, right? If you're going to bring your son back, you have to believe to be alive as well, right? In fact, what you really want is for both of you to live, right? Yes. Well, even if you both live to see it, your son will grow up knowing you for who you are, someone who stole the lives of others to bring him back. You would be putting the burden of shouldering all the lives sacrificed for him on his little shoulders. Are you really okay with that? If you didn't even think about that, then what you're doing is not for your son. It's for yourself. Aren't you just bringing him back to fulfill your own desires? That's not... Ma'am, what she's saying may be harsh, but holds a kernel of truth. Don't reduce yourself to nothing but a mother who would sacrifice anything for her son. But that's not. We discover the truth behind his kidnapping. Next, you should take some time to understand your own feelings. Ach, mein Laptop anschließen, der Akku ist leer. Das geht jetzt wieder so rasch. Wo hänge ich? Die Steckdose ist auch für den Arsch, ey. Oh, ouch. Wo habe ich gehangen? I'll help you every step of the way. Getting to the heart of things is what